Hey, welcome to another edition of Local Focus. I'm Sebastian Noel. We're back in our Albuquerque studio. Very special guest today, two of them actually. We'll talk to Tyler Kiehne of Los Lunas High School, and then we'll introduce you to a football team that you probably don't know about. But to my first guest, if you don't leave the Albuquerque area enough, or you don't watch enough of Los Lunas, you're missing out, because Tyler Kiehne's my guest, and pretty accurate to say that you'll be one of the most highly recruited guys to leave the state by the time you're all said and done, right?
Yes, sir.
Your list is starting to grow, so let's dive into that, I guess. And we have to start with something near and dear to my heart, and that's UCLA.
Yes, sir.
So obviously it made the papers that UCLA was here working you out, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've been in contact with UCLA for a while, and they just asked me if they could come out, and I was like, yeah, I mean, come out. So yeah, they came out, they ran me through some drills. They wanted to see how I could move in space and drop back, do some linebacker coverage, just my get off and all that. So yeah.
First of all, what starts going through your mind when these colleges are all calling? I mean, obviously you'll always remember the first. So who was the first school that contacted you?
UNM.
Okay.
UNM.
Well, that's good for UNM that they're
Yes, sir.
finally in on some local kids,
Yes, sir.
right? So that's good. But and then the process starts. So talk about that. As far as who else is interested, and then your support system that's in place too. Because what goes into making a huge decision like this?
Well, the most important thing would be obviously how my family feels about it, and where I see the best opportunity for me to play and succeed in the classroom, and just, I don't know, whatever feels like home to me is where I'll end up going.
And obviously, your parents will have some influence in that. I love the polo that your dad is sporting on the other side of the camera. He's sporting the UCLA polo, so I love to see that. But obviously, you guys are making. Is it as traditional as making pro and con lists? Does that really happen? I mean, what?
Yeah, every school that shows interest in me, we'd be like, oh, this would be an awesome school. I mean, UCLA, it's in Los Angeles. My brother lives there. Or Oklahoma State, like the tradition here, everything about it's here. But then we'd be like, well, like just compare and contrast, and just whatever I see, whatever fits my liking the most.
Now, speaking of Oklahoma State, the last time I saw you, we ran into each other after a game that we were covering down in Los Lunas, and you were leaving the next morning to go to Oklahoma State. So tell us about that. First of all, how quickly did you get home after the game and get ready, and then tell us about that visit.
So I got home real quick. We had to get up about 3 in the morning to catch a flight out there, but it was definitely worth it. The school was on another level, but Big 12 football was amazing to see. Their facilities were top notch, and then just the whole culture there. Like I told you earlier, we drove into Stillwater, and every person there was wearing an orange shirt, and just
Artesia orange?
Yeah, Artesia orange. I say Oklahoma State
Okay,
orange.
all right.
But yeah, it was crazy just to see like how football is really a religion down there, and
that's what I hear the most, that the difference is that you cannot grasp unless you actually experience it, are the game day experiences,
Yes,
right?
sir.
We have some friends of the program that went to an Alabama game, and she mentioned that, and now you're talking about Stillwater, and the game day experience at those places versus here, that's the difference. Kind of put that into words, because I think it's pretty hard to grasp.
yeah, well, everybody just in the game is just involved. Like they have so many different chants that everybody knows, and like everybody's just cheering, and like there was a rain delay for about an hour, so they had to like like everybody had to go under the bleachers and everything. And when we came back out, it was still like packed. Like there was no seats left. So like even after a rain delay, they stood there like they're loyal fans, and just everything about it was just so impressive.
When a guy like you, a player of that caliber, when you go on a visit to a Stillwater or to any place, insert place here, I mean, how hard is it? I mean, how hard is it for an in-state school to land a kid like you? I mean, it's the honest truth. When you go elsewhere and you see what's going on, and then obviously you also have New Mexico State on your plate, but how hard is it for someone as talented as you to say yes to the local team?
I mean, it won't be hard. If that's my best opportunity, that's what I'll go with. I'd love to play here at UNM, like be a hometown hero, just stay at home with my family. I'd be a great fit for me, I think. But obviously I'd have to weigh my options, but I don't think it would be that hard of a decision if I saw that was the best opportunity for me.
Speaking of hometown, I love the Friday night experience in Los Lunas. Yes. I know, we don't get out there enough, but we try to always get 1 or 2 games of the week in Los Lunas. And describe what that's been like there, because it is, an experience that, unless Wilson is absolutely full, it's hard to rival a Friday night in Los Lunas. Talk about that.
Yes, sir. When I started playing varsity my freshman year, I'd always gone to the games and I've always been a part of the fans, but playing in front of them is different because almost every game is packed out for us. And it's just great. Like everybody's really believing in us, and Coach Maupin has really started to change our culture. And I believe that we're starting to see a shift, like in our team and stuff. So it's been great, and I can see we get better and better, and the fans just believe in us more and more, and it's just keeps improving.
And what has he done? I mean, because this is a huge Coach Maupin house right here at Local Focus. I'm a huge Jeremy Maupin fan. He's always so accessible. He's always fun to talk to. And what has he done to change that program?
Well, he's from Artesia. He's a winner. He's won 3 state championships, I believe, and he's just bringing that Artesia blood over here to Los Lunas and making us realize that we really can do things that like people say that we can't, and just we have this big pyramid of success up in our locker room, and each week we go through a word, and it's just constantly just building that culture of winners and championships and just being good people and good men. You know where else they have a pyramid of success, don't you? Yes, sir. That's right, at UCLA. Yes, we're going to take our first time out. We'll talk a little bit about this season, your goals, and we'll talk about last year's championship. Maybe not an area you want to revisit, but we'll touch it after this break.
To win the race, I can't even explain how, in fact, I'm getting goosebumps right now talking about it. No matter where you go, you're an Indy 500 winner. The only way to be successful in racing is to stay on top of the technical edge, and we've done that with our dealership. So a lot of the technology in our service department and sales processes, I mean, everything is the very latest. That gives you an edge. That's being competitive in the car business. You can take it any way you want, but that's the truth.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradies.com to learn more and sign up for training today.
Back with Los Lunas Tiger Tyler Kiehne. It's going to be playoff time here, so obviously your goals are in front of you. First, let's clean up the last year a little bit. Let's talk about that championship. Obviously, you came up short. What was the mindset after that game? What went wrong? What did Coach Maupin tell you guys after?
I really just think we defeated ourselves. We were just, I don't think we were there mentally. I think we definitely could have won that game. But I mean, it's in the past. We moved on from it. Obviously, it still hurts, but I mean, just more motivation for this year. But I mean, Coach Maupin told us the same thing. Like, it happens. You have to fail. You have to fail to like be able to succeed. Learn from your failures. That was the main thing he told us. Just learn from it and just move on from it.
So we go into this season, and since you mentioned it, you know, the game we're there for, the game of the week. Goddard comes in undefeated. A lot of people talking about Goddard, and Coach Maupin told us before the game, "Hey, this is a big thing. This is a big test. I need to see where my guys are mentally." And you know, you guys lose that game, there's a good chance no first round bye. Your season goes kind of sideways. There started to be some questions. Hey, can these guys beat the good teams? You struggled against Roswell. Coach Maupin wasn't happy with the way you guys were coming out mentally against better opponents. You guys kind of answered the bell that night, didn't you? Talk about that.
Yes, sir. I just think everyone on our team knows how good we can be, and we just need to put it all together. And I think Goddard was one of those nights where we saw who we could be. We weren't at our best. I mean, we played well, but there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of things we could have done better. But I mean, I think we're still learning who we are and still growing into what we can be, and I think it's going to show soon.
And how does a team become mentally tougher? Because it seems like that's what Coach really wants, is for you guys just to keep sharpening that saw. From a player's perspective, I mean, do you see it? Are you guys getting mentally tougher? What does that look like from the inside, from your perspective?
I think we are. It's happening for us. We are in practice. A lot of things are starting to click a lot faster for us, and we're just starting to mesh together more and smoothly. And we're just coming together as a team a lot more, and we battle out in practice. We go hard at each other, and it's just starting to get better and better, I guess you could say. So I guess we're improving a lot.
So when it gets to the playoff picture there in your division, some of the familiar faces, right? Artesia. Talk about the Bulldogs a little bit. I mean, if just from their schedule-wise, they're scoring a ton of points this year. It doesn't look like they're playing a lot of defense. But I mean, what do the Bulldogs bring to the table?
Well, I mean, it's just
pedigree, obviously.
Yeah, obviously they just have that background of just being hard-nosed down south football, but they're just always consistently good, and yeah, that's
a rematch with Roswell would present what? What challenges would they present? I mean, that's a good-looking football team. So tell us about that.
I think the main challenge is just for us to be who we are, just play our own game, and just, I don't know, just play like we know we can play. Wherever we play, I don't know what happens, but we just, mentally, we're just not there. And if we could be mentally there against them and just be mentally focused and just physically there, be healthy, I think we can win.
And then obviously, you know, Goddard is in that picture as well with you guys. So kind of in that classification, do you kind of know that those are the teams you're going to see towards the end of the season? I mean, it tends to be you guys, Roswell, the Artesia. So is that a conscious effort that, hey, you're getting better towards the season's end because you're going to prepare for one of those teams?
Yes, sir. We always know that down south they play some good football, and we're always just in the back of our mind, we know who the best teams are and who we're going to have to beat to get to the blue. And so we're always just conscious of that and just try to get better to be able to beat them.
Switch back to the college front a little bit. You took the visit to Oklahoma State. We mentioned UCLA was in, but some very other impressive schools are on that list. So take us through that.
The most schools I've been getting the most interest from is Stanford, Texas Tech, UCLA, of course, Colorado, Arizona State, and just Yeah, that's mostly it.
So Pac-12 heavy, which is that I love that.
Yeah.
Being a Southern California guy, I love how Pac-12 heavy that is.
Yes, sir.
And obviously you're a young man, so that list is going to continue to grow. What's gonna? I mean, when do you anticipate? What's the timetable look like? I guess is what I'm asking.
Well, I'm just gonna keep taking what I get and I'm not looking to commit anytime soon because I'm still very undecided. I'm still trying to get more offers and just trying to see, like I said, my best opportunities and where I see fit.
Now, what's the work you're putting in to get better? Because you might be the tallest and biggest guy in Los Lunas, right?
Yes,
So where did that come from? That came from some family background, right? You did some ranching and stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
you're putting in the work, man. But tell
Yes,
us about
sir.
that.
Well, my dad's side's very country, a lot of ranchers, so I'd just go down there and work in the summers, go brand cattle, and I'd be out there flanking all day. So that just gave me a lot of strength, and that's what I grew up doing a lot of the time. And then my mom's from Mexico, so I'd go down there and just same thing kind of, but just really my dad's side got me real strong, and my mom just gave me some good genes. So
Right, no doubt.
yes, sir.
When you hear, Artesia has Landry Jones, now obviously El Dorado, they have Zach Gentry. Do you ever think about, hey, man, Los Lunas could have Tyler Kiehne one day
Yes, sir.
playing on Saturdays and Sundays?
Oh, yeah.
What does that make you feel like?
Well, that's the goal. That's the goal in the end. I'm just trying to inspire a lot of kids from Los Lunas and just from here in New Mexico to just like follow their dreams and that they can really do anything that they want. And that's always been a dream for me ever since I was little, just to play in the NFL and just make a name for myself. So yeah, I think about that all the time. Every time I strap the helmet on, that's what I'm envisioning. So yes, sir, that's.
And then lastly, just from a pure Friday night on the field perspective, how fun is it to play for Coach Maupin? Because it looks like between the trick plays and the rhino package, it just seems like he's a fun guy to play for. Is it as fun as it looks? Because it looks like you guys are having fun.
Oh, it's definitely as fun as it looks, or even more fun. He's always joking around with us, and it's always just a good time. It just makes football really enjoyable.
Since he doesn't have guys going both ways, are the big guys like you? Are they, are they trying to? Are you guys kissing up to Coach, seeing which one of you guys can get in on that rhino
Yeah.
package and play some offense? Because he doesn't have a lot of crossover, so that's got to, are you like, hey, I'm the big dog, I get in on this rhino package? How does that get sorted out?
Well, I mean, ultimately he makes the last decision, but we're always joke around with him. Hey, Coach, let me play some QB, let me catch a pass, and all this stuff. So we're always just trying. I mean, but it's up to him, and I think he knows that we definitely have the athletes to do it, and we can insert that at any time. But yeah, it's very fun and just trying to.
He even makes me look good on the air when I called out two fakes and I knew exactly when they were coming.
Yes, sir.
So that's always fun. Well, hopefully the offers keep coming. I hope they stay West Coast heavy, man. I'd
Yes,
love
sir.
to see you in the Pac-12 after dark there. I'd love to see you, and you'd look really good in Bruins colors. Keep us updated and maybe make the announcement right here on Local Focus. Thanks for coming
sir.
in. We sure
Thank you.
appreciate it. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll introduce you to a football team that you probably haven't heard of right here in Albuquerque.
Dreamstyle Remodeling has been wowing homeowners in New Mexico since 1989. Selected as Best Custom Home Remodeler for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Albuquerque Journal, we're also your exclusive provider for top home improvement brands like Renewal by Anderson, Four Seasons, Blaze King, and many others. Founded and headquartered in Albuquerque, Dreamstyle Remodeling is family-owned and now employs more than 500 people across the southwestern U.S. In fact, we've helped more than 60,000 homeowners improve their home in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Idaho, and West Texas. We're committed to providing a superior customer experience. We've earned 4.6 stars with hundreds of online reviews and have an A+ with the BBB. Dreamstyle Remodeling is a proud supporter of UNM Athletics. Visit our beautiful 10,000 square foot showroom at 1460 Renaissance Boulevard across from Sam's Club, or dreamstyleremodeling.com to make your home remodeling dreams come true.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
What is glamour? frailty? What is desire? Diamonds. They say a life lived without passion is hardly worth living.
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
Dang, this one made me feel all special.
Get into the game with Garden Swartz Team Sales. They have everything you need, from screen printing, embroidery, and digital printing services, high school letterman jackets, and all high school and club uniforms, and individual and team apparel with the most reliable brands like Speedline, Rollins, and Wilson. And don't forget to check out the latest F7 Shut helmet. It's all at Garden Swartz Team Sales. Give them a call, 505-884-1234. Garden Swartz Team Sales.
The world-famous Laguna Burger is beautifully handcrafted. A burger that's created from certified Angus beef, sinfully cooked to juicy perfection, and garnished with New Mexico's Hatch green chili. Tempt your taste buds with mouth-watering fresh ingredients.
Cut! We're gonna need another Laguna Burger. Try the irresistible, world-famous Laguna Burger. Visit thelagunaburger.com. It's fresh with a kick. Take 32.
Folks, there's no other way but to be all in. Either he's Lord of all, or he is not Lord at all. And you can experience the real and authentic, true life change that only God can provide to humanity. See, when we truly encounter Jesus and purpose to know him and follow his teachings, hashtag life change will occur.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
Gecko's Bar and Tapas, a proud supporter of Proview Networks. It's been a fan-favorite spot for food lovers and sports fans. With not one, but two great locations, including outdoor patio, an atmosphere you won't want to miss. Gecko's, off Academy and in Nob Hill.
Hey, welcome back to the big program. I want to thank Tyler Kiehne. You know, it's crazy to think about that. Decision is still years away. That is a big young man, and he is dominating in Los Lunas. So we're going to stay on football, but turn directions here a little bit. I bet you didn't know about the Duke City Diamondbacks. That is a women's professional league. Here to tell me more about it is Maria Daw. I have so many questions, and we don't have that much time. So the first question that obviously everyone probably asks you is, oh, is this real football? Are you guys playing inside? So take us through some basics.
Sure. So we're a football team. We're 8-man right now. We're looking for some new girls to go 11, but so right now we're just keeping it at 8-man. But we are full contact. So we have the pads, the helmet, the whole bit, and yeah, we play football.
And so how sideways do people look at you when you tell them that?
They totally don't believe me. They said, I didn't know that was a thing in Albuquerque. You know, can you tell me more? And they're like, so it's flag football, right? You're indoors? And I'm like, no, we're outdoors. We're full contact.
So how did this come about?
Our coach, Coach Garcia, decided to bring on women's football. He's a coach. He coaches little league teams and all kinds of teams, and he says, you know, why don't I just start a women's team?
And so obviously you guys are looking for a league, I would assume, right? Because that's what you kind of told me.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
So we're looking to join a Texas league. We have a game on November 9th, and they're going to come out and they're going to see how we play, and that will determine whether we get to be on the league or not.
So no pressure, right?
No pressure.
November 9th. Where will that game be located at?
We're going to be playing at John Adams Middle School.
Okay.
They've actually gave us the field for our whole season. Our season will start in January, but you know it's all determined by this November 9th game.
And so practice looks like what? How many days a week are you guys going and stuff like that? Tell me something about that.
So we practice on Saturdays for 2 hours for defensive, and we practice 2 hours on Sundays, and that's offensive. And then we have 3 days a week where we do cardio, because you know with the amount of girls that we have, it's most likely we'll be doing offense and defense both, and so we want to make sure we're up on our cardio to last the whole game.
So this November 9th, this is a big thing now. So can people still join this team? Obviously, you said you were looking, but yes. I mean, are you guys kind of have a roster in place for that game? What does that look like?
We do have a roster in place, but like I said, you know, more girls the merrier. We're trying to build our team. We're trying to build our, you know, the league, you know, totally. And so might not be able to play on November 9th game, but we'll definitely have you ready to start our season in January.
So where is this leading to? I mean, I guess if we get into this league, where are the opponents coming from? How many teams are in this league? Tell me some more about that.
Well, it's a Texas league. The Duke City Diamondbacks are going to be playing Corpus Christi Divas. And other than that, I'm not sure, you know, any more than that. You know, this is all determinant on the game. So
Diamondbacks versus Divas. That doesn't sound very intimidating if they're calling themselves the Divas. So you guys probably have that one in the bag, right? I'm hoping.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we're a really strong team. We've gotten stronger since we've added our defensive coach. Our defensive coach is Di Thompson. So
who's got a gladiator background, right?
Yes, he does.
Yeah, so that's cool. What about, okay, if someone's watching the show and they're still not convinced, well, let's start this way. If a woman's watching the show and she's not convinced and she maybe wants to check out practice or something like that,
yes.
Or if she wants to join the team, who do they get in contact with? Where can they go watch practice? Give me some information.
So currently we practice at the University of New Mexico.
Okay.
I actually work at the University of New Mexico, and I'm also in the executive MBA class, and so we practice over on their Johnson Field. And so definitely come out and so we can see who you are and you know how you work with our team and hopefully add you on to our roster.
So you're on campus there at UNM, and you said you play defense, right?
Yes.
Has Bob Davey asked you for any help?
Not yet.
I couldn't resist that one. All right, so let's go to the other side now quickly as we're running out of time. From a fan's perspective, for someone that maybe would like to watch the game or practice, where do they get tickets?
So
or do they just show up?
We have tickets available right now at holdyourticket.com. And we have a flyer up on our website. We're on Facebook. So if you just look up Duke City Diamondbacks on Facebook, we're there, and the link for the tickets are available already.
Okay, well that's all the time we have on tonight's show, but it looks like the Divas of Corpus Christi, you said?
Yes.
Or they're in a lot of trouble, on November the 9th. So check that out, absolutely, the Duke City Diamondbacks. Thank you so much for coming in, and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
And thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.
Calling all football players, are you looking to develop your skills this season? It's never too late or too early to put in the work. Coach Carl Barrere and the Air Barrere program at 8 Grady's Performance Center provide comprehensive position training for aspiring football players at all levels. Whether you're looking to increase your speed, gain strength, or hone your skill, we train all positions with a team of experienced coaches who know what it takes to succeed at all levels from Yaffle to college. Check us out at 8gradys.com to learn more and sign up for training today.